Hey there guys, I am SonicGhost, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Super Luigi Galaxy. Last time, we started to explore our new dome here in the game, the fountain. And as we were exploring the fountain, we were introduced to the Prankster Comets, which is a brand new mechanic here in Super Luigi Galaxy. That took us back to the terrace, getting us another star in Good Egg Galaxy. And I see our next Prankster Comet is over at the fountain, but for now, I know we can also get the other galaxy over here in the terrace completed, the Honey Hive Galaxy, or at least get another star in the said galaxy. So, I'm gonna go over to my big old purple friend here and have the comet moved. So for a fee of 20 star bits, I can move the Prankster Comet. This will move the Prankster Comet at random at any of the given galaxies that you have unlocked and have met criteria for a Prankster Comet to appear. Which at this point, there's one other galaxy that this comet can move to. So I'm gonna go ahead and pay those 20 star bits and have it moved. Okay, let me have it. Oh, delicious. Now I'm all happy and full. I'm feeling a little more motivated. Snackity-dee, snack-a-da-day. Snack-a-da-diddly-doo! That's a very interesting ritual, but hey, it worked. Now the comet moved over to the terrace. Exactly where I wanted it. I hope that's what you wanted. Next time you need some comets mixed around, come ask me. I did a great job, I probably will. So let's go ahead and make our way back into the terrace. And let's go explore the other galaxy here that has a Prankster Comet. This is the Cosmic Comet. Let's go ahead and jump back in the Honey Hive and see what this is all about. So this is a Cosmic Comet. The only star we have available here is the Honey Hive Cosmic Luigi Race. Jumping in, our overhead shot just shows a bunch of blue arrows all over the place, but a brand new power star just right under the main section here of Honey Hive Galaxy. So it doesn't look like we're exploring all too much of the said area. Press ZL to crouch. Crouch and press B to do a backward somersault. Okay, I don't know what that's going to do to help me right now, but thank you. So this is a Cosmic Comet. It looks just like me. Let's show this me who's really the best me. It's me. So this guy goes fast. So he's going to be using long jumps, taking shortcuts, and doing whatever he can to beat you in a race. So let's get out of here as fast as we can, because I'm not going to let this guy show me up. I'm going to ground pound down here, because that's the faster way to go down the hole. And this guy's right on my tail. I'm going to want to go ahead and do a triple jump, save me some time on the said maneuvering here. And long jump over these gaps, being careful not to stay in the honey for too long, as the honey will slow you down. And with all that maneuvering out of the way, that's our star. Take that, Cosmic Me. Who is this red plumber I see flying in? This isn't Super Mario Galaxy, is it? Well, yes. Yes, it is. As here in Super Mario Galaxy, I want to talk about a difference between the cosmic clones between Mario and Luigi in their respective games. So, when we start our race here against the cosmic clone with Mario, notice how Mario's clone doesn't move as fast or as aggressive as Luigi's clone does. This Mario isn't really taking any shortcuts, and he's not utilizing anything like long jumps or triple jumps, anything like that. This guy is taking a slow path here to complete the said race against Mario. So the big difference between Mario and Luigi's clones is more or less just how they go about the said race. As this clone here at Mario takes his sweet time, and there are a lot of moments where the only way you really see Mario's clone is to just stop and wait for his clone to catch up. While with Luigi's races, Luigi's cosmic clone is going to always be rushing ahead. Mario's clone definitely is taking his time a lot more, giving you more opportunities to actually win the race in comparison. Even if you fall behind quite a lot, Mario's clone gives you a lot more leeway. Have you ever had a weird case, like you looked yourself in a mirror, and the mirror fought back? That's what that felt like right now. But hey, fighting myself back in the mirror, we discovered a new galaxy, but also that Prankster Comet from before moved back over to the fountain. So it looks like I know what I'm doing when I head back to the fountain. Another Prankster Comet mission. Let's go! Yeah, I was heading back here anyways, just gave me no reason to head back. I don't know if I need this light though. I might be able to be my own beam of light, you know what I mean. Nope, can't really make the jump without the beam of light. If you try to fall down outside the Comet Observatory, you won't actually fall down to the abyss. Instead, the area will save you. So that's really good to know. But that whole Comet shtick, it did distract me from my usual daily 20 letters from Princess Peach or 20 mushrooms. Man, imagine he's actually sent 20 letters. That's a lot of postage. Peach, don't do that. Have you ever heard of email? Texting? Heck, just join a Discord server. I'll join your server. That'd at least save us on some paper. Let's just head back into the fountain before this gets any more weird. Enemy base spotted! We detected massive energy spikes. What are they doing there? We'll have to find that one out later, as we're a little busy right now with more pressing matters. Like this comet that just kind of shows up at random. So let's head back in the Space Junk Galaxy and take care of this speedy comet. So the speedy comet here has us playing back through the Polestar Path mission, but now it's a speed run. Let's get out those splits and go fast. So jumping in, we can see the mission is essentially the same exact thing, just like the Dino Piranha speedrun we did in the last episode. So this one, we gotta move fast if we're under a time limit. So let's go fast. We got 4 minutes, which is more than enough time, I feel, to complete a mission like this. So, long jump away. Got some extra coins that weren't here before, which is a little different, but really that doesn't do much of anything really for us. So just gonna ignore the coins. Gonna grab me the star chip so we can make ourselves a launch star as fast as we can. Careful not to get hit by the electrical ball here, because that's gonna be very painful. Got ourselves the 5 chips, made ourselves a launch star. If we can stop running in circles, that would be preferred, so we can get over to said launch star. Got ourselves some star bits on the way over. Head back over to our mysterious looking ship that may or may not be the Dolphin. If you know, you know. Take this Polestar planet and make our way over to our pathway over where the toads are, because we know we gotta save the said toads. And then there's a sling star up above that'll take us to 5 silver stars. I'm gonna attempt to take that top path. If you get a very good sling star angle, you might be able to take that path, but instead, I can try taking this bottom path, and sure enough, I just barely was able to grab that said Polestar and pull my way over, making a massive shortcut. Let's save these toads around here. Give me some star bits in the process, why not? Save you, and save you. Unfortunately, this cutscene does not start until you're on the ground, so we can't just jump midair and then hope things just work in our favor so we can just fly up to the top of this ship. That just simply won't happen. Go ahead and make our way to our final obstacle here, the 5 silver stars. And be very careful here, because one wrong move and we will fall down that black hole. As a reminder, these Prankster Comet missions do not have checkpoints. If you die anywhere in the level, you will start back over from the very beginning. Be very careful with our footing here. Gonna play things a little more safe this time and go for this star on the right side first. Just simply because of how these platforms work. I don't really trust them all that much, so I'm just gonna get the right section taken care of first. I'll leave that star for later, as it is on the way back, so I might as well just grab it as we were making our way back over to the platform we landed here on. We almost fell to our death, so I'm glad I was able to grab this star instead of falling down to a black hole. A ground pound once the cutscene's over, just to make sure I don't fall in that said black hole. From here, just a couple of long jumps over, and that will give us our speed run power star. What do you think, Polari? Was that world record? I really hope I can submit that to speedrun.com. It'd be so good for my clout. Wait, what do you mean that wasn't record? What do you mean someone else already did it faster? That mission just appeared. Someone's always gonna be faster than you. That's just how life goes. So let's head back in the space junk, as now we got ourselves an extra star here, but there's still one more star available to us here that we have not collected. So let's fly to the galaxy and head back into space junk for this extra star. So back in space junk, we got ourselves our last star here in the top list. Tarantox Tangled Web. Jumping in, our overhead shot shows this big crystallized planet, which will lead over to a big web-looking planet. That's very interesting looking. Definitely looks a little sticky though. Are they wearing gloves? Someone down here? That's a little ominous. A brave brigade toad went to search for a power star. He went off to that planet and hasn't been seen since. You think he's okay? I hope so. Otherwise, I don't know where he went. It's this space after all. It's the never-ending void of travel. There's so much around here. Gotta be very careful where you go. I'm gonna go ahead and kill these spiders, get me some extra star bits here, which is very important to do early on, and we'll see why here soon enough. Get out of here, my friend. Take these pole stars over, which this pole star path is essentially the same up until we get to this section here. So now we go down instead. Taking this downwards path leads us to a new planet, and also a hungry Luma. Well, it's a good thing we've been collecting star bits so far, am I right? Hey, you! Yeah, you! I eat tasty star bits. If you feed me a bunch of star bits, I'll burst with snacky happiness and then transform! I'm famished. I need 50 star bits to curb the hunger pangs. Unfortunately, I got 36, so rain check? Rain check. I'll be back in like, what is it, like 2 minutes? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. No more, no less. Okay, maybe 3 because I can't find the opening to this planet. I saw it in the intro. It's somewhere around here, I swear. Sometimes you just have to run around a whole planet. There it is. Gonna jump down into the hole here, and if we follow this trail, we'll find ourselves eventually over to the launch star, which will take us out of this planetoid and to our next section. But we don't want to leave here, and in fact, I do want to get me some more star bits, which now we have ourselves 50, so we can actually go ahead and talk to the Hungry Luma again and continue moving to an optional mission if we so choose to do so. So that's actually what we're going to be doing, as getting these star bits this early on, it just kind of makes it more of a, well, a good idea, essentially. We just want to take that mission now, and if you want to leave the said area, there's a pole star from that hole that we fell into. So we can just take the pole star and get to the other side of this crystallized planet. Now from here, just going to line myself up and fire! That's it. I'm stuffed. Here we go. Transform! Well, that one was very excited. He had a very squeaky, high-pitched voice. And he transforms into a new planet with a bunch of Goombas infesting a Yoshi. Goomba pimples. Let's go pop the Goombas. The Goomba pimples. Stop the Goombas. Interesting, we get some numbers appearing here, so we can go for a high score. So far it's 4. I wouldn't recommend actually trying to get all these in a chain, just simply because it's extremely difficult to do, but it is a thing you can try to go for here on the said planet. Now, our main mission is just to kill all these Goombas, which you do see every time I stomp on a Goomba, it doesn't drop a coin. And if I spin the Goombas and kick them, they don't drop star bits either. These Goombas have nothing, which is very different because normally enemies drop either star bits or coins when you kill them. These Goombas, they're the exception to the rule. They have nothing. Very different if you ask me. But to be fair, this is a very special planet, so it's just a little bit of a different situation. That should be the last Goomba, so kicking him to oblivion gets us a Power Star. So, go ahead and collect that said Power Star and get out of here. So before we move on to our intended mission here in Space Junk Galaxy, I want to head back into the previous star we just completed, Yoshi's Unexpected Appearance. And to start things out, I want to mention that the mission title here, well, it tells us one big thing. Yoshi is only in this specific galaxy as a planetoid. Yoshi does not make any other appearance here in Super Luigi Galaxy. Anytime you want to complete a Hungry Luma mission once again, thankfully we don't have to pay the Luma anymore. We can just take his launch star, as it's always going to be in that said mission. But here, if I can get all these Goombas in a row like this, I want to go ahead and get a high chain going of jumping on these Goombas' heads, one after another. Once we hit 7 of these in a row, starting with the 8th jump and onwards, we'll start getting lives out of the Goombas. So, this is the only planetoid you can chain jumps like this in Super Luigi Galaxy. Anytime you stomp on enemies and get an 8 chain or higher, you can start getting lives, which is a reference to the original Super Mario Bros. Games on the NES. The original Super Mario Bros., if you jumped on enemies multiple times, once you started to jump on 8 enemies in a row or more, you'd start getting 1-ups. And that's no exception here in Super Luigi Galaxy. It's just you're not able to jump on that many enemies in a row based on how the levels spread enemies out. So, Yoshi's Unexpected Appearance here is the only mission in the game where you're going to be able to chain your lives like this, which is one interesting thing to note, as we will never really have a chance to get lives like this ever again. That was a cool little reference to Yoshi. I really hope we find one later. Why are you wheeling in the bottle of copium? Oh, you're telling me Yoshi isn't in Super Luigi Galaxy? Oh. Okay, I'll take that copium now, thank you. Sadly, Yoshi is not in the game as a proper character, but we do have that planetoid here in Space Junk Galaxy that does reference our favorite little green dinosaur friend. But for now, let's head back into Space Junk Galaxy and make our way through that other mission in question here that we were actually going to do. So let's go back to the Tangle Web mission, skip all the intro stuff as we've seen it before. Don't really need to stick around for any of that. And now we don't need to worry about these said star bits, so speedrun time. Let's go fast until we get back to that said point we were at before, which thankfully isn't really that far away. It's just a couple pole stars over, and here we are. We do notice that this said launch star is still here from our Hungry Luma friend. So anytime we want to complete that mission again, we don't need to get 50 star bits and feed it to Hungry Luma. The star is now just permanently here. So that's an interesting thing to note about any Hungry Luma mission in the game. Once you feed the guys once, you never have to feed them again. So now we want to take that launch star, but unfortunately we gotta take this whole path down below and make way inside the said area. But what if I told you, you don't really need to do that? See how the star is moving around when we spin? Well, it actually is possible to get into this said star from up here, which is definitely not intentional. As you see, I am crouching and spinning around the said star here as Luigi. There are certain areas here near the star where if you're close enough to it, and you spin on top while crouching down, Luigi will just get pulled into the launch star and launch into it, which is kind of a weird situation, but it's more because of how hitboxes in the game work. It just kind of confuses the game a bit when you're close enough to the launch star crouching down like this and spinning. The launch star thinks you're close enough to get pulled in, as anytime you're near a launch star, it will pull around, as you just kind of heard there. I was close enough because the thing did kind of explode, but nothing happened. So you can actually clip into the said area and shoot your way forward. But at this point, as we can tell, it's not the most advantageous thing to do. It's not easy by any stretch of the means, but it is a thing I want to talk about, because if you are speedrunning this game, well, that's pretty much what you do. But here, we've kind of shown that we're not the best at speedrunning. I mean, we didn't get any world records for beating a stage in 2 minutes. Someone else got it. Was it the other Luigi? I bet it was the other Luigi out there. that cosmic Luigi, I swear. I will beat his time one day. Be very careful here not to get killed by one of these spiders just by trying to launch up around. That has happened to me before. Help! I'm stuck! Aim your pointer at me and press A or tap the screen directly to pull me out! Well, if you insist. Oh, at least he didn't die. Woo, thanks! Yeah, don't mention it. That looks like it's painful. You only live once. Lots of spiders around here, I'm noticing. I didn't actually want to fall down here because as we can see, down below the ship, there is a life shroom. But if you're close enough to these web platforms, then you will actually get sucked into them, just like a launch star. So you gotta be careful how close you are to these things, because once you're on the web, the only way to get off of it is to launch Luigi somewhere. And depending where you launch Luigi, it can either give you some progression, or it could possibly kill you. It really just depends on where you're aiming. So we gotta be very careful here. Launching your way into this web planet, we get ourselves a big thing of web here in the center. So what do you say? We launch ourselves forward, crack it open. This is the boss of Space Junk Galaxy. This is Tarantox. Gonna go ahead and use Toad here to stun the guy in the face, as we have plenty of boils that we can hit here on the side, but the one you want to focus is on this guy's back, as the one back there, being the bigger of the many boils, is the weak spot to flip him over. Doing this, we'll have a big old spider friend reveal the true weak spots, which are these 3 red boils on its underside. Attack the 3 red boils, now do some massive damage, putting us into phase 2 here. Now we don't have our Toad friend to be, well, kind of used as just standard ammo anymore, which is the right way to put your teammates. Gotta just use myself this time around. Hit one of these boils on the way over, because that takes care of some of the acid being shot at us. Here, if we hit the ground, we'll pop it open, revealing some coins. So if we do need some health back, that's another way of getting health. I'm gonna jump up here, hit these boils, and once I take care of these 3 weak spots, then that'll be it for the said boss fight. Gonna just do a backwards jump here, get on the web, shoot the last boil, and that takes care of our spider friend. Also now, with that, revealing a power star. I like how this level looks when you're done fighting the boss, because it's so bright. And as you notice here, the cursor does interact with the web, which has knocked down all those coins. Another easy way to get the coins. Now that we're done admiring the shiny web, let's go ahead and grab this power star and get out of here. For now, that's everything we can do in Space Junk Galaxy. So, this is as complete as we can have the galaxy for now. Maybe something else will bring us back to the galaxy at a later date. But for now, I'm happy having 18 stars in total. And just moving on to our next galaxy in the list. Which, speaking of which, we discovered a new galaxy. So look at that, one more galaxy here in the fountain we can explore. But also, there's a hungry Luma waiting outside for us now too. Lots of options. We'll have to consider all these options and think of where we're gonna go in the next episode. Next time on Let's Play Super Luigi Galaxy, we'll go ahead and give that hungry Luma outside the fountain a visit, and then explore more of the galaxies here in this dome. I'll see you guys next time.